That's the vibe. No refunds. Let's fucking party. Come on. Bruce looks furious. It's not like this on Spicks and Specks. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you all. Look lovely. Helen, so what's your name? Bruce. Bruce. That's hilarious. All right. You seem very smiley. Have you seen me before, Bruce?
I've seen you on telly.
You seen me on telly? Yeah. Fuck, ages ago. What show? You don't remember. Okay, fantastic. Bruce is a big fan, everybody. The truth is, I'm a fuckhead, okay? Stop stealing my material. I was doing that before. Are you alright?
I'm good.
Okay, good.
Thanks.
There's a big honk out there. I got one. What is this room is a disease pit. Anyway.
Australia has voted no to enshrining an Indigenous voice in the Constitution after this long-running campaign that really began with the Uluru Statement from the Heart.
Do we all have a good referendum? Fucking hell, tough crowd. Guys, it's either this or more Israel-Palestine, okay? Alright, fuck. If you think you're nervous about these jokes, you should know I debuted this material on stage in Cairns. Okay? It's in far-right Queensland, far north Queensland. Okay? Walked out on stage and said, hey guys, we have a good referendum. They said, fuck yeah we did, Tom! Woo! We won that shit, motherfucker! Yeah! We fucking love it! God's the only traditional honor will acknowledge white God. God's white and he's a Queenslander and he fucks Sheilas and he doesn't use pronouns. He doesn't use pronouns. He doesn't use pronouns. If anyone makes him use pronouns, he will bash the shit out of they, them. Alright? Now, thanks for coming to the Sunshine State. Now fuck off back to Melbourne, you little soy boy cuck. And I said, oh, dating's weird, isn't it? Who's on the apps? It was a tough gig. Let's talk about it, friends. The voice referendum. Referendum? I hardly even know. That's the best that's ever gone. Big moment for the country last year, right? The big political story of 2023. Our first constitutional referendum in 25 years. A chance for us to do something about the very shameful gap between black and white by changing our constitution to have this advisory body to try and do something about that gap. Democratically elected by First Nations people to try and reach a fuller notion of nationhood as outlined in the Uluru Statement from the Heart. I know it was a really toxic time in our country. It might be a little bit triggering and difficult and a complex thing to explore in the context of a comedy show, but I think we should talk about it, you know? I think in many ways we've always seemed to have forgotten it or put it in the memory holes of the country. I think we should talk about it. And yes, I think I'm the right person to lead that conversation. I know when it comes to a First Nations voice to Parliament, you're all desperate to hear the take of a middle-class white guy. Don't worry, friends, I will be weighing in. It's what my people do. That's part of our culture. It's a sacred tradition handed down from our elders, the boomers, who we do not respect at all. Namaste. No, obviously, you know, I'm not Aboriginal myself, but I was pretty invested in the whole thing. My partner of 4 years, my beautiful boyfriend Harley, he's an Aboriginal man. He's a Waka Waka man. And, yeah, he's my boyfriend. He's my gay Aboriginal boyfriend. I have a gay Aboriginal boyfriend. And that doesn't make me better than you. But it also kind of does. Okay, if you don't have a gay Aboriginal boyfriend, 2 words, do better, yeah? You say you support Black Lives Matter. I'm focused on black and white coming together every single day, okay? Sometimes twice. Thank you very much. Spreading butt cheeks. She knows what I'm talking about. gay Aboriginal boyfriend, you guys. That means that I'm in a gay interracial relationship, and that's crazy to me. I remember being a closeted teenager, grew up in country Victoria, watching gay interracial porn, thinking, maybe one day that'll be me in there, and out of there, and in and out of there. Maybe. I know it's too early for this show. There's nothing to be done. I want to take this opportunity right now to thank all those websites for making that dream possible, okay? You can't be what you can't see, Melbourne. Come on. I want to thank RedTube. I want to thank Pornhub, all right? I want to thank Broke Black Mountain. I want to thank Didgeridoo. I want to thank Curry Cock. And most of all, I want to thank the traditional boners, okay? I want to pay my respects to the traditional boners, the land upon which we meet, and their barely legal elders past. Okay, people are laughing, go fuck yourself. You have to get on board. When I thought of traditional boners, I laughed for 15 minutes. I really did. He's approved all these jokes, all right, Melbourne? Calm the fuck down. Oh, we're in the Melbourne CBD. Is this okay? What I'm trying to say is, I voted yes.
Meanwhile, supporters argue the voice would bring progress for Australia's Indigenous people, who have no treaty with the country, unlike in New Zealand and Canada.
I voted yes for First Nations voice to Parliament for three main reasons. First of all, I'm a Melbourne-based, Greens voting, homosexual, socialist, atheist, ABC comedian and cyclist. If I had voted no, I would have had to cancel myself. Secondly, I voted yes because I have a gay Aboriginal boyfriend. I don't know if I mentioned that. Feel free to tweet that out and tag me. That's not the main reason. The main reason I voted yes is the vaccine made me do it. They put it in there, man. They put in 5G and wokeness and microchips. It's bullshit, bro! Question everything. No, I voted yes last year because I figured it was the least we could possibly do. The least that we could possibly do given everything. Given the invasion, genocide, dispossession, colonisation and ongoing racism the First Nations people have experienced on their own country for the past 230 years. The least we could do was say yes to this very moderate proposal that might try and do something about the state of this country. That's what I thought. That's where I was at. And I thought that most Australians agreed with that. But I'm a fucking moron. Survey says, go fuck yourself, Tommy boy. Look, I'm not naive, right? Like, I recognise that, you know, on most issues, I'm slightly to the left of your average Australian. Slightly to the left. I'm a Melbourne-based, Greens-voting, homosexual, socialist, atheist, ABC comedian and cyclist who co-host a podcast about the Greens with a woman from Mullumbimby named Emerald Moon. Okay? I recognise most Australians would agree with all that kind of lefty shit that I just sort of said there, but I really thought that we had got to a point in the country when most people agree the First Nations people had a fucking rough trot when it comes to our history, that everything we've been trying up until now hadn't really been doing anything to make that better, and given that, we should give this new thing a crack. Particularly as if it got up, it would negatively affect anybody's life whatsoever. That's what I thought. But Australia said, nah! 61% no vote, every state and territory except the ACT. That's a fuck no, really. That's a no way get fucked fuck off.
We live in the greatest country in the world. We should celebrate the success that we've got within Indigenous communities now.
And there are very significant disparities as well.
Of course. And had we enshrined the voice, I think we would have put at risk some of the success. And that's the judgment that the Australian public has made.
That's why I've been feeling a bit ashamed. Now, I should clarify, obviously that's a big statement to say you're ashamed of your Australian. Obviously there's lots of great things about this country that we can all be grateful for. This is a remarkable country in many ways. In this country, you can be named Daryl and still have a successful media career. That's extraordinary. Some countries, Daryls are being shot just for being who they are. And a few Bruces too. I'm just finding it harder to figure out, like, what are we going for? What are we about as a nation? What's our motto, for example? Do you know Australia's motto, Bruce? No, why do you hate this country? You masturbating traitor. I'm sorry, Bruce, you're so nice! And I do it every time and I fucking love it! It's a trick question, I'm sorry. We don't have a motto. Australia does not have a motto. We used to have one. In 1908, they designed the first Australian coat of arms. Had the little kangaroo and the emu and the shield and a little banner down the bottom. And the banner read, Advance Australia. Then in 1912, they redesigned the coat of arms, kept the kangaroo, kept the emu, kept the shield, and the banner down the bottom just read, Australia. Okay, so we had 4 years of advancing. And then apparently we said, oh, fuck this. I've got a stitch, fuck this bullshit. Which means that now, technically, I guess, the national motto for Australia is Australia. Isn't that fucking embarrassing? Hey, Australia, why didn't you tell us a bit about yourself? Australia! Hey, Australia! Australia good! Australia smart! Don't worry, guys, we're not the only country with a shit motto. Okay. I looked up a few others. Any Canadians in? Yeah! Hello, welcome. Do you know Canada's motto?
Nope.
Brilliant. Thanks for coming. What's that? Did someone say that maybe?
Is that their motto? Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. I guess that's kind of funny. Alright, I'll pay that. No worries. What was your name, Canadian, over here? Catherine, hello. And do you live here?
Yes.
Right. How long have you lived here?
20 years.
20 years! Holy shit. Do you go back much?
No, not now. It's too expensive.
It's too expensive in Canada, really?
No, to travel.
Oh, to travel, I see. Right. Oh. The person in front of you found that really funny. Catherine, thank you for coming. Canada's motto is, from sea to sea. How long did they spend on that one, do you reckon? Is that a motto, or just a very vague address? Whereabouts do you live? Yeah, from sea to sea. Britain also has no motto, which I thought was interesting. Of course, it used to be yoink. The national motto of South Korea is to broadly benefit the human world. That's creepy as fuck. What the hell are you talking about, South Korea? What do you mean the human world? That's implied, alright? When you say the human world, you give the impression that was not written by a fucking human, okay? That is some chat GPT shit. Yes, we're here to benefit the human world. Soon it shall be ours. National motto of Cyprus is united by love. Gay. Fucking gay! No, it's a lovely national motto. If you know anything about the history of Cyprus, Turkey, and Greece, you know it's a history just united by love. The national motto of Greece is freedom or death. Jesus Christ! Chill the fuck out, Greece. That is the motto of a country that's had a few run-ins with debt collectors, I think. And invented anal as well, I think, yes. Freedom or death! Then there's our closest ally, of course, the wonderful America. Any Americans in? Good. America has 2 national mottos. Of course it fucking does. Always got to upsize, don't they? Got the Latin, e pluribus unum, out of many one, of course, and the motto that's on all their money, in God we trust. In God we trust, which I think is a very funny national motto, because God's not real. God's not real, America, or if he is, he doesn't seem to like you very much. He's giving you Trump v. Biden round 2. Take a hit, bitch, okay? He's just not that into you.
I want to thank that fellow down under. Thank you very much, pal.
America, they're supposed to be our biggest ally. We're supposed to do everything they say, but they don't take us seriously at all, right? And I've thought that for a long time, but I knew it for sure last year when the US Embassy to Australia posted something on its Twitter account, okay? Now, I know some people in the room going, oh, Tom, it's not actually called Twitter anymore. Actually, fact check, Tom, it's not actually called Twitter anymore. You got to update that, Tom, it's not actually called... Hey, go fuck yourself, okay? So you're getting corrected on that. It's not called Twitter, Tom, it's called X. Okay, how do I get onto X? Go to twitter.com. What? Shouldn't I go to x.com? No, do not go to x.com. It's bad news. This is a real story. Some of you might have seen this, all right? The US Embassy to Australia posted something on its Twitter account, its X account. They did an X. That was their guide to Australian slang. Now, I absolutely love Australian slang. I think one of the best things about this country is the regular crimes that we commit against the English language. Every time we desecrate the King's English, it's a little bit of resistance against colonialism and empire, and one day we will grow up as a nation and we will establish the Republic of Australia. Okay, I believe it. We're, of course, very famous for our abbreviations in this country. We love an abbrev. Get a fucking abbrev up, you mate. Love having a barbie on a Saturday in the arvo. Few hours after brekkie, have a few rellos over, have a combo, watch the footy, maybe a doco. Maybe eat a few sangers that we bought at the servo. And of course, have a few fucking bevos, mate. Have a few fucking bloody bevos, mate. Have some fucking frothies. Go down to the bottle-o, buy a few titties, maybe a nice cab sav. Yeah, of course, if you have too many titties or stubbies that you keep in the esky because you're a bit of an alco, pretty soon you might get unco, maybe even aggro, maybe even troppo, then you miss who has to call the ambos, everyone's fucking Devo. It's like Shakespeare, isn't it? Hey, Australia, who's your Prime Minister? Albo. Used to be ScoMo, now it's Albo. To be fair, Albo's struggling a bit at the mo because the cos he lives, I reckon Penny Wongo's having a bit of FOMO. Pretty soon might have another leadership spillo, bingo bango, Wongo's the new head honcho. That'd be good. Means we've had ScoMo, Albo and then Wongo, who's a lezo. Yeah, it took me fucking ages to learn that. Yes! A patronising, reluctant round of applause. I think I went out during the comedy festival and a guy yelled out, Penny Wong's in the Senate. No other comedian is getting heckles like that, okay? No one else is getting heckled on constitutional questions. It's the fucking nerd fan base I've got. I don't love you all. Anyway, the point is, I'm fully on board Australian slang, US Embassy, but you have to get it right, and they did not get it fucking right, okay? They posted this fun little graphic, said Australia speak like a local, there's a list of American words, and a list of those words they translated into Australian, okay? Now, I'm going to share this list with you, my friends. A little bit of a warning, a lot of what you're about to hear does, in my view, constitute hate speech. They get the first one right. First one on the list is friend, and of course the Australian slang for friend is? Mate. Fucking oath, mate. We love mates in this country. We call our friends mates. We invented mateship, okay? We came up with that, okay? Before 1788, no one had a friend. They're all just business colleagues around the world. Australia came along. Oh, mate. We believe in standing by your mates in this country, whether it's helping out your fellow diggers in the trenches in Gallipoli or sculling beer out of the prosthetic leg of one of your war crime victims, okay? That's what Australia... Oh, no! Justice for men! No! What do you all work for Channel 7? So, friend, mate, fair enough, US Embassy, you got that right, okay? Then the list goes off the rails. Second word on the list is tourist, and according to the US Embassy to Australia, the Australian slang for tourist is freshie. Freshie. Have you heard anyone refer to a tourist as a freshie? No, because that would be creepy as hell! It's the guy at the airport going, yeah, look at all the freshies. Get it right, America. No Australian has ever referred to a tourist as a freshie. Maybe Ivan Milat. That's the only possible one. Never got a clap before. Then the rest of the list is insane, okay? For shoes, they've got chubbers, which is not a thing at all. For money, they've got dollary doos, which was a joke from the fucking Simpsons. For cigarette, they've got koala log. Piss off, America. It's Durry, you yank dogs. For kangaroo, they've got bouncy mouse. What the fuck are you talking about? That sounds like what Captain Cook would have said when he saw one for the first time. Dear God, it's some kind of bouncy mouse! Quick, shoot it before it kills us all! Protect the cheese! I looked up, did you know that kangaroo is actually the anglicised version of an Aboriginal word, right? Cook landed in 1770, saw a kangaroo, asked the local people, the Gugu Yamath people, what do you call that? And they said, we call that gungaroo, G-A-N-G-U-R-R-U. And Cook said, is it kangaroo? They said, no, gungaroo. And Cook said, I think you'll find it's kangaroo. Yeah, we're just going to lock that one in forever. It's either kangaroo or bouncy mouse, I'm afraid. Be a good chap and give us all your land. What? All right, last year on the list here, for toilet, they've got bogger bogger. Airplane is Sky Gator, moon, Mother Onion, and car trunk is Finnegan's Hole. Just a reminder, we followed these people into Iraq, okay? We spent billions of our hard-earned dollary dues helping America send that country down the fucking bogger, and this is how these freshies talk to us. Jesus Christ. Can you believe these were the first ones to the Mother Onion? Fuck me dead. Oh, Tom, check the date. It was probably posted on April Fool's Day. No, September 28th, okay? 17 days after the anniversary of that fateful morning when those terrorist drongos flew 2 fucking Sky Gators into the bloody flaming 20 big sticks. This is what the US Embassy is putting out there. Struth, blimey, blow me down, fuck these seppos and their Finnegan's Hole. Now, I know that one doesn't make sense. I don't give a shit! Gosh, Tom, chill out. It's just a bit of a joke. Why is the US Embassy doing jokes? Leave that to me, motherfucker! Hey, American, don't see me giving billions of dollars in political cover to an apartheid regime so they can do a genocide, do you? No, because I know how to stay in my lane! Right, now I did that routine on TV, except for that last bit, because I'm a coward. The next day I woke up, checked my phone, I had a new follower on Twitter and Instagram, the US Embassy to Australia. This could be my last ever show, everybody. I would never commit suicide. I'm watching you, Bruce.
The voice will be ATSIC on steroids.
The voice will be used to steal Australian land and assets. Steal Australian land and assets. Steal.
I tried, you guys! I tried everything I could to help the yes vote get up last year. I tried to do everything I possibly could, and by that I mean I bought 2 t-shirts. Waste of money, can't wear them anymore, can I? What happened to all the yes t-shirts, guys? What do we get? Do we donate them to Ukraine or Optus? What do we... How do you offload loser progressive merch? That's my question. Give them to Africa. Hey, Australia, thanks for all these yes t-shirts. What were these for? Don't worry about it. We're just a cool, positive country. Tell all your friends. Some of you are going, come on, Tom, you can still wear a yes t-shirt. You can wear it around the house. You can wear a yes t-shirt to bed at night, yeah? But no, I can't do that, Melbourne. You know why? Because I have a gay Aboriginal boyfriend. Might get a little awkward. Come on, babe, time for bed. Oh, yeah, this. Remember when most of the country didn't want your lot in the Constitution? Pretty crazy. I'm horny. Let's fuck. Let me make it up to you. Let me apologise on behalf of white Australia. Oh, I'm going to say sorry all night long. Yeah. Ooh, let me colonise you. No. That was a joke. I always let him go on top, let him know what it feels like. Okay, yeah? Let him fuck the white man for a change, yeah? It's called paying the rent, Okay, full disclosure, he did not approve that one.
What's his name?
Sorry?
What's his name?
What's his name?
Yeah.
Harley. Are you going to follow up or something? Why'd you ask that?
I'm just wondering.
There'll be a Q&A at the end. I said his name before, didn't I? Yeah, Harley. He is real, okay? What's his name? Oh, fuck! I've got no character background for this. Touché. Now, I did a little bit more than just buy some t-shirts. I also volunteered for the Yes campaign. I helped out on pre-poll when people were going to vote. I handed out some Yes propaganda. And I did 2 shifts totaling 4 hours. What's that, hero? Thanks, man. Sorry, should be the next Governor General. Appreciate it. Your words, not mine. I'm glad I did it. It was an interesting experience. You had a lot of waiting around when you're on pre-poll. You ended up talking to your fellow volunteers. I've talked to my fellow Yes volunteers about why they were there and what was important to them, and they were all very lovely, and it was all very nice. And then eventually, you start talking to other people, and eventually I started talking to people volunteering for the No campaign, and that was different. It presented some unique challenges. I talked to one lady in particular, we won't use her real name, let's call her Bertha. Bertha was alright, she was fine, but she was, and I don't know the PC term for this. That boy needs therapy. She was fucking mental, okay? A few sandwiches short of a picnic, a few fries short of a Happy Meal, she was a few albums short of a Kanye. Okay, At one point, Bertha told me she believed the COVID vaccine was a globalist conspiracy orchestrated by globalist elites to try and kill a whole bunch of people to reduce our collective carbon footprint so we could all reach net zero. Okay, and when she said that, I thought, fuck, she's onto us. We've been rumbled. Move, move, move. Go, Ghost Protocol. Go, 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 go. No, I didn't say anything. She was saying crazy shit. I thought, fuck, my show's sorted. Tell me more, Bertha. Tell me about these tunnels. But I asked her about the voice and why she was volunteering for the No campaign. And Bertha told me that she was opposed to a First Nations voice to Parliament because she sincerely believed that it was part of yet another conspiracy orchestrated by the UN. It was all part of a UN land coup that the UN would invade and it would grab Australia's land. It was all part of this UN land grab. And I just thought, fuck, imagine someone coming here and stealing all the land. That'd be so random. That'd be random AF. She really believed it, guys. For whatever reason, Bertha got to a point in her life where that made sense, and this was a conspiracy that was doing the rounds during the referendum campaign, that the voice was part of a UN coup, and Bertha said that if it got up, there would seriously be an invasion, and it would be, direct quote, a communist takeover. Communist takeover. And when she said that to me, a deeply frustrated Australian socialist, I just thought, oh, fuck, I wish! What I wouldn't give for the Australian left to be even half as organised as these batshit right-wing cookers seem to think we are. Communist takeover, we can't get people to recycle in this country, okay? If there are any right-wing people in tonight worried about the threat of the left, I'm begging you to attend literally any left-wing meeting, okay? Come with me to a meeting of the Greens, fucking hell! By the time we've done acknowledgement of country, gone over our pronouns, the anti-bullying policy written in our fucking gratitude journal, there's no time to schedule the next meeting, let alone coordinate a society-wide revolution, okay? We are not arming the barricades, we are struggling to find volunteers to coordinate the picnic! Fuck, I'm sick of being a socialist, there's no money in it! She was crazy! And she won. Congrats, Bertha. Congrats to all involved.
No information provided, no small print, nothing. So I don't agree to something that I can't read the details to.
I don't like to see the country divided according to race. I think we should all be all equal Australians, equal in every respect, and not have a special carve-out for one particular race.
If you don't know, vote no.
They've said no to grievance and the push from activists to suggest that we are a racist country when we are absolutely not a racist country.
Australia said no, as we know, and it really fucked me up, you guys, because it came at the end of what is probably the bleakest fortnight of my entire life. I'm sure you remember that time. Saturday, October the 7th, we have the attacks in Israel, right? The horrible crimes committed by Hamas as they killed civilians, committed war crimes, and then Israel's response is to unleash the genocidal war that we've been seeing playing out on the news ever since. It was horrifically bleak. That was on the Saturday, October the 7th. On Wednesday, October the 11th, my community lost Cal Wilson, the comedian, probably the nicest person I've ever met in my entire life. Dies at 53 because of a very rare cancer, because we live in a godless universe and nothing makes sense. That's the Wednesday. Then that Saturday, October the 14th, Australia said no. My country had this chance for meaningful First Nations justice and told it to go fuck itself. And it all made me feel deeply depressed. It made me feel the same way I did in 2016, right? Pauline Hanson returns to Australian politics, Brexit and Trump, just that feeling of like, fuck me. Maybe the world is actually darker than I previously imagined. Maybe most people people aren't alright, or maybe I just have no idea what is actually happening inside other people's heads. And it made me feel lost and depressed and alienated. And I know the voice isn't about me, but I'm a comedian, so it is. And in my defeat, and in my grief, I wrote a whole bunch of angry jokes about no voters. And I'm going to do them now. Oh, yes! Fuck, I love my audience! Preaching to the choir, yes, please! Now, a few things before we start. First of all, I want to say if there are any no voters in tonight, these jokes are not about you, okay? I'm talking about the other ones. You're my favourite kind of no voters, the kind that give me money, okay? You said no to the voice, you said yes to Tom Ballard, and I think that's Australia at its best. I really do. Secondly, a reminder, no voters, you guys won. You guys won by heaps, all right? I'm a little loser, okay? I'm a little loser down here. I'm a little no voter. Technically, these jokes are punching up, okay? Ah! 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 Thirdly, my friends, a reminder that we started tonight with a very big disclaimer about how I, Tom Ballard, am a fucking moron, okay? So if in this section you feel like I'm talking down to you or patronising you in any way, please keep in mind that I choke on my own pillowcases and I don't know how to wipe my arse, okay? Cool. How the fuck did anyone take the No campaign seriously? Jesus fucking Christ. It's just a team up of the absolute worst people in Australian politics and media. Alan Jones, Pauline Hanson, Andrew Bolt, Warren Mundine, Tony Abbott, John Howard, Peter Dutton. It was basically the cunt Avengers. It was the fucking cunt Avengers. And this is what happened. When the referendum was announced, an alarm went off in Rupert Murdoch's lair, and he looked up from the trough from which he was drinking the blood of a newborn, and he said, "Oh, fuckheads, assemble!" And everyone ran to the nearest Sky News studio, and they formed a Voltron of dipshits. Peter Dunn was like, "With your powers combined, I am Captain Fucked It." Yeah! Where the fuck did tears? You can fuck it too, because saving white Australia is the thing to do. Voice and recognition is not the way. Here's what Captain Fucked It has to say. The white power is yours. Hey, guys, whoa! That's risky. This is a crime. That's technically a crime now. Isn't that crazy? This is fine. No worries. All good. Still legal. Crime! Crime! Whoa! Hey man, high five. Crime! What? Woo! Let's rock out, baby. Crime! No! High five. Crime. Gay. That's it. If you want to be like, "Hey girl," you have to go through a crime to do that. I just sort of walked in at that point. This is a meeting. Now, very important to differentiate. That's the political and media class. Fuck all those right-wing fucks. Very important to differentiate between that group of people and ordinary people who happen to vote no in the referendum. And I want to make it clear, if you happen to vote no in the referendum last year, I'm not saying that you're a racist, okay? I'm thinking that. Thinking that with my little noggin, yeah? I say the right things, I'm no, go, fair enough, mate, that's your right, we all vote for different reasons. In my head I'm going, racist! Racist! This person is a fucking racist! It's like when you meet a priest and you go, "That's an interesting job, Father, nice to meet you." In your head you go, "Peter! Peter! This man fucks children!" Guys, these are all jokes. I don't really think that all no voters are racist and ignorant idiots who shouldn't even be allowed to vote. I would never think that. I would never say that. I would never make a generalisation about a group of people and campaign against their rights. That'd be wrong. That's what a cunt would do. Oh, fuck, there are a few in here. Hello. Oh, a few no voters in here not enjoying this. A white person's up here with all the power talking about you. You don't have to speak back. You don't have a microphone. It's like you don't have a voice. And that'd be tough. But this is the world you voted for. Okay? This is what you wanted. This is your reality. Fuck, I'm smart. Alright, here's what I actually think now. I don't actually think that all no voters are racist. I know it's very complicated, there's a whole lot of nuance. We know a bunch of First Nations people voted no to this voice. It's very complicated. That's very tough. I don't actually think that all no voters are racist. But not all no voters are racist. I hope we can agree that all the racists voted no. Well, they didn't all vote no, some of them voted nine! Maybe I'm wrong, maybe some racists did vote yes. Now, if you did vote yes to the First Nations voice to Parliament, you are a racist, I'd have to question how seriously you're taking your racism. What's the racist case for yes? Haha, take that, black people, more admin! Yeah! No, still, I know it's very complicated. There was a progressive no vote, I know all that stuff, but I just also think that some of the reasons that some people voted no were fucking stupid. They were really stupid and objectively wrong. I love this one. Oh, Tom, I voted no to the voice because there was just no information. There was simply no information provided. I said there's just not enough detail. There was no information provided whatsoever. There was just not enough information. And that's true. There was no information, was there? Except for all the information. All the information freely available on the internet and in the media for a year. It's never been easy to access the information, but no information. No, John, there was no information. I looked for it. I looked. Did you, mate? Did you? Did you look? Did you have a proper look, or did you have what my mum would call a boy's look? Yeah? Did you have a boy's look? Did you have a racist boy's look? Is that what you did, buddy? Did you have a proud boy's look? Is that what you did, buddy? It was on the internet, mate! Just open a new tab, buddy. Treat yourself to a tab. They're all free. Just move the mouse away from the Reddit forum discussing how Michelle Obama is Waleed Ali in a wig and go to a new tab. No, Tom, I looked for all that information. I couldn't find it, so I didn't know about the voice. And if you don't know, vote no. If you don't know, vote no. What a wonderful attitude to life and new information. If you don't know something, don't try and find out about it. Say no, 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 no. Get all your friends with no, no. No, this bit didn't go well in Cairns. No! That's why every time I walk into a room and I see someone I don't know, I shit into my own hand and I throw the shit at the person going, no! Ah! No! No! Ah! No! I don't know you! Ah! No! No! Multiple awards. No! Ah! Eventually that person might go up to see Tom, please stop doing that, my name's Dave. I'll say, nice to meet you, Dave, sorry I did all that, but I didn't know! And that's what the rhyme says, and we have to listen to the rhyme. If you don't know, vote no, we're going to axe the tax and stop the bus, and it won't be easy under Albanese! Australia! Australia! This is you!
In facing the realities of the past, however, we must not join those who would portray Australia's history since 1788 as little more than a disgraceful record of imperialism, exploitation and racism. Such a portrayal is a gross distortion, and it deliberately neglects the overall story of great Australian achievement that is there in our history to be told, and such an approach will be repudiated by the overwhelming majority of Australians who are proud of what this country has achieved, although inevitably acknowledging the blemishes in its past history.
Alright, it's almost over. Fucking hell. I'm sick. Oh, yep. There it is. All right, I'm going to tell you one last thing before you go. On the night of the referendum last year, I went to the circus. Good night. No, I went to go see my boyfriend's show. My boyfriend, whose name is Harley, is not only an Aboriginal man, he's also a professional circus acrobat. My boyfriend is a gay Aboriginal circus acrobat, and that definitely makes me better than you. Some of you don't have a gay Aboriginal boyfriend as a circus acrobat, and that's on you. Yeah. Oh, I don't want a gay Aboriginal circus acrobat, Tom. I'm happy in my current relationship. A lot of this, yeah? Sounds like someone doesn't want to do the work. He's a circus acrobat, and he had a show booked for that night, Saturday, October the 14th, and I went to go see it. I went to go see it with his mum, my mother-in-law, who is a proud Aboriginal woman, single Aboriginal lesbian, and I'm not making that up. I mean, at this point, I'm just showing off. Where did you go see the show? The show was called Of the Land Upon Which We Meet, and it was a circus show, contemporary circus show, so it had cool flips and stuff going on, but it was also quite political. There was a meditation on land and stolen country and our relationship to this place as First Nations people, as non-Indigenous people, and as migrants, and it was very moving, and I was very proud of my boyfriend. Show finished at 7. We were due to go to dinner at a pub over the road after the show. Before we'd even got to our seats, the ABC had called it. Right? Australia said no, the referendum wasn't happening. And I saw that news come through on my phone, and it made me think two things. First of all, I thought, fuck this country. Fuck this racist, backward, cruel, mean-spirited country that refuses to reckon with what it is and its history and refuses to change. Fuck this place. And the second thing I thought was, I am definitely going to have to pay for this dinner. I've got no other option here. I can't be the white guy and then the bill going, hey guys, yeah. Tough night, huh? What are we doing about these wedges? So we're gonna... Still crying. Okay, I was already angry at that meal, and then I saw something in that pub that made me furious. Okay, so a young man, he was hanging out with a middle-aged lady who I assume was his mum, and he looked up from his phone and he said, oh, they've called it, it's a no. And upon hearing that news, this woman broke out into a smile and gave a double thumbs up. And I was just like, come on, man. Like, how can you be happy right now? How can you take joy out of this moment? Have you thought about what this means for people like my boyfriend and his family and other First Nations people, what it means for the country? Jesus fucking Christ. Made me very angry, and I later talked about it on my podcast. And then those comments that I made on the podcast were reported on by news.com.au, which I happen to think is the finest journalistic outlet in this country. Of course I think that. I'm a moron. The article they wrote up was fucking insane, alright? Here's the headline. Former Triple J presenter... That's me. Yeah, I've got some other fucking credits, alright, Melbourne? I've worked at Triple J for more than a decade, and thank fuck I left. Since I've gone, the whole station's gone to the dogs! No, it's not because I'm older and out of touch. No, it's objectively gotten worse. Fuck you, Triple J! I don't know what a Doja Cat is! Back in my day, no one song with the Hottest 100 was reserved for artists with integrity that had something to say, you know? Artists like Mumford and Sons. You know, artists that we all... Former Triple J presenter recalls absolute rage seeing Aussie woman celebrate voice referendum loss. Yeah, that's right, Aussie woman. Not just any woman, an Aussie woman. Here at news.com.au, we believe in 3 genders, man, woman, and Aussie. That was the headline. Here is the opening paragraph for that article. ABC star Tom Ballard... This is the news. ABC star Tom Ballard has unleashed at a woman he met in a pub who voted no in the voice referendum, saying her position caused him absolute rage. Now, you never believe it, almost every piece of information there is incorrect, okay? Yes, it did cause me absolute rage, but no, I didn't unleash on this woman, whatever the fuck that means. Didn't go near her, didn't interact with her, well, that just saw her do that from a distance, made me feel things, talked about it on my podcast. My name is not Tom Ballard, and I'm not an ABC star. If I was an ABC star, I'd probably been quite famously fired from the ABC a few years ago. And if I was a star of any kind, I'd probably be struggling to get booked on Have You Been Paying Attention once after 11 fucking seasons! Now, I'm not actually that angry about that. It just sort of helps the bit. But if anyone does know anyone at Channel 10, please let them know. I'd love to be on their wonderful program. So I was really annoyed about that article. It made me sound like a fucking psychopath. And I got my management to contact news.com.au to correct the record. And news.com.au did change the wording of the article. See what you think of the new draft. Moments after the voice to Parliament was defeated, a woman's reaction in a pub inspired absolute rage from a former TV and radio star. To Touche, Rupert. You win this round. And all the others. I don't want to be ashamed of my country anymore. I'd love to be proud to be an Australian, but at the moment this country is making it fucking impossible. We said no to the voice. We've got this progressive Labor government that is starving the poor, giving tax cuts to the rich and cooking the fucking planet. And there is an actual genocide taking place in real time before our very eyes. A genocide that we as a country are complicit in. Albo and Wongo have fucking blood on their hands and they should not be allowed to get away with it. And the reason why that's happening is we're not allowed our own independent foreign policy in this country, like they have in Switzerland. No, we have to do everything that America tells us to do, even though they think that we all talk and act like we're living in a fucking Crocodile Dundee movie. When I was looking up national mottos, I came across the national motto of the country of Luxembourg. Any Luxembourgers in? One day. One day that's going to happen. The national motto for Luxembourg is, we wish to remain what we are. I read that and I thought, now that is the perfect motto for Australia. That's my show, everyone. Thank you very much for coming out. Good night.
I think we go back to our old people and we look at the struggles they went through, but they kept fighting. And I think that's where we've got to go back to and honour those people who came before us, and we can't give up.